Now I'm recording. Sorry about that, guys. So thank you. And Melinda Atherton from Moree is helping me as well. So we are part of Big Sky team, and we are very excited to be presenting a cooking class for you tonight. We are going to start with Ebony and Stacey. Stacey, we might start with Ebony. She's going to start off with the potato salad. And Ebony, I think we're going to start with making our own mayonnaise. Is that right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, can you hear me?
Sure can.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. This is very exciting, and it's my first time on Zoom. So thank you everyone for coming. Yeah, the Aussie potato salad has mayonnaise in it, which you can just add any mayonnaise, but of course I love to make my own with the TM6 because it just takes a few minutes and it's all fresh and beautiful. So I've added it to my cookie dough for today, and so I've got the recipe here. It's hard to see on my phone, so I'm sorry about that, but we just go to start cooking. It's the cooked mayonnaise. The first step is place a jug onto the mixing bowl lid. Nearly had everything. The second step is weigh 300 grams of grapeseed oil into that jug. And what's really great about the TM6 is the digital scale. So that's just weighing digitally really quickly. 100 grams.
And we've got Stacey, she's cooking along with us tonight as well. So have you already made your mayo, Stacey?
No, I'm going to do it now. I've weighed everything out, ready.
Right. Well, I'll let you girls talk together while we watch you make it together.
Cool.
I'm setting my jug aside, pressing next. I need a teaspoon of sea salt in my bowl.
Have you already done your parmesan, Ev?
No, I'm doing the mayo first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Should I keep going with that?
That's all right. You keep going.
Yep.
You can do your parmesan first if you want, Stacey. Everybody does their recipes a little bit different. So sometimes when you've made a recipe a few times, you like to make a few tweaks, and that's the beauty about the Thermomix. You can tweak the recipe according to your tastes and the speed in which you want to make the recipe. So
yeah. Cool. So I've just got 50 grams of Parmesan cheese cut up. Anyone that has a Thermomix knows how good it is to grate cheese in their Thermomix. This will be noisy, so I'll just mute it for a minute.
Mm-hmm. And Ebony can get her mayo on anyway.
Yeah, that's 30 grams of vinegar has just gone in.
Thanks, Mel, for the recipe in the chat.
You're welcome. I take my chat responsibilities seriously.
So that's my cheese there grated up.
Isn't it gorgeous? You can just do that. There are no additives, no preservatives, no fillers, just cheese. Love it.
Just cheese.
Just cheese.
And I've got the salt and vinegar heating in the TM6 with a simmering basket on top. So that's just letting some heat and air come out the hole and in and do its thing for 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Excellent.
So this is a time when I would go and clean the benches down or stack the dishwasher or fold some washing or whatever.
Well, we might duck over to Sarah, and she's going to...
I'll add mine in too. So I've added some Dijon mustard to mine as well. And that all goes in there, and then we'll get heated like Ebony's.
Beauty. Well, I'm going to pop over to Sarah, and she's going to be making some rice, and we'll come back to you girls in a little while. Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Melinda.
Tell us about this rice.
This rice. So I'm using the rice cooker mode on the TM6 tonight. So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. It's pretty brilliant. You can either search Cookie Doo for a particular recipe, and they've tweaked the recipes for whatever rice you're using, so jasmine, basmati, etc. But I'm actually going to use the rice cooker mode. It's a bit tricky to see with this light, sorry. But if you head across to your modes on your TM6, and you can click on the mode. So if you know what you're doing, as far as cooking rice, it's as simple as popping it in your Thermomix with the quantities of water, and away you go. So I've rinsed my rice already. I've got 200 grams of basmati. I'm just going to pop that straight in the bowl, and 400 grams of water. So I've already weighed those out. That's all good to go. Just a little bit of olive oil, about 5 ml. And the secret ingredient, you can use a little bit of salt if you like for flavour, but I'm popping in a half teaspoon of chicken stock paste. You can use whatever stock paste you like.
How did you work that out? How did you know that was the secret ingredient?
Because I have a whole lot of consultants who give fabulous tips all the time. I'm deeply grateful for. So we jumped on Zoom and we cooked this together yesterday, and Mel told me chicken stock the way to go.
Stock in everything, Belinda. The secret ingredient in everything.
Well, there you go. So being a Thermomix consultant, you're actually learning more and more about your Thermomix from your peers and having a bit of fun at the same time.
No, every day. It's fabulous.
Awesome.
So it's as simple as popping the ingredients in and flicking the switch. And that takes about 29 minutes to cook, and I can just walk away now and let that do its thing. What's unique about the blade, the rice cooker mode, the blades are actually going to stop turning, and it will cook your rice the same as the absorption method. So if you're used to doing the absorption method on the stove, this is essentially the same as that, but hands-free, and it's going to walk away.
Terrific. Thank you very much. How are we'll come back to you to check on that. How are our potato girls going?
I've got 19 seconds left.
Yeah.
And then preview here tells me that we're going to pop the eggs in next. Through the hole.
All righty. Well, we might just pop over to Sandra. She's going to show us her naan. And we've also got Tanya. She's doing a bit of naaning too. Let me see, add spotlight. There we go. Awesome. What are you up to with yours, Sandra?
Hello. Well, I've got the recipe up for the naan bread, the cookie dough recipe, and well, it's really easy to make. It's the most beautiful naan bread. You can use it for for everything, for curries or just like that with a hummus or a dip on the side. So it's really easy to do. So I've got all the ingredients here, and I would just pop it in. Tanya, how are you? You doing the same, the naan bread?
Sorry, I will follow through with you. Yeah.
Perfect. Well,
Tanya, you might move your screen just a little so we can see your face. You might want us to see your face. We can see more wall than you go.
Okay.
Can you pivot a little bit?
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, Sandra, just step us through up to the kneading part, and then we'll flick back to our potato girls.
yes. Okay. The naan bread is in, and then I just press start cooking, and it says place 1.5 teaspoon of dried yeast in. I have like this one is just a bowl, and you just drop it in. 1.5 teaspoon. Make sure that your yeast is always good and kept in the fridge. Caster sugar, 3 teaspoons of caster sugar. I put this one already there, just chuck it in. And 195 grams of water. You don't need to heat up the water for this dough, because this Thermomix will heat it up. So that makes it really easy. and then you just pop the lid back on, and it mixes it for 2 minutes. And it warms it up to 37 degrees, and you just pop it on, and so that's it. And so the yeast can start working and do its magic before you put in your flour.
Excellent. So we've got 2 minutes to flick back to our potato ladies.
Can I just quickly I think
Yep.
it's really important to note, like the Thermomix does heat that
Yeah.
water just to 37 for you, because it's so super important with doughs that you don't overheat the water, because you can end up with a really sticky mess and a situation where you've killed your yeast. So you can rely on the Thermomix to do that for you. There's no sticking your elbow under the tap and trying to get it perfect by feel. Your Thermomix will do that all for you.
Yeah. And so the fear of cooking a yeast dough it's gone as well, isn't it? 'Cause yeast dough
Exactly. It's perfect
so
every
hard to
time.
do. Yeah.
Every time. Awesome. All right. We'll go back to Ebony and Stacey.
Well, I just wanted to say in the interim, it asked me to put 2 eggs through the hole while it was stirring, and it did that for 30 seconds. And now I'm just about to pour, I'll mute it because it can be a bit loud, but I'm just going to pour this grapeseed oil onto the lid, and it dribbles in under the measuring cup. There's sort of enough space that it will dribble in, and it emulsifies for a minute and a half, and then we have mayonnaise. So you can watch me do that, but
You won't need to mute it, Ebony. The Zoom's very smart, and it will actually cut out the background.
Oh,
Trust me.
is it really?
Yeah.
Very clever.
Well,
Very
allow me
clever.
to go ahead then.
You didn't know that, Stacey. So pop in the chat if you have made your own mayonnaise or your own aioli before, because it can be a little bit scary, can't it, Mel?
I think it's one of those things that you go, oh, that seems a bit gourmet, I won't do that. Have a crack. Thermomix has got your back.
Yeah. And look, you can get really, really chefy. You can put some garlic in there. You can put some capers in
I was
there.
going to say, you're famous for that caper aioli.
Yeah, I love that caper.
It's delish.
Caper aioli. So, yeah, and it keeps for about a week or so in the fridge. So, look, Jody, she's been making her own mayo. Sarah says half an hour ago. Maybe she's talking to somebody else. I don't know. But yeah, pop in the chat where you're from, where you're joining us from, what model Thermomix you've got and why you've come along tonight. Part of the reason a lot of you are here is because you guys have been very clever and are hosting a cooking experience tonight and have brought along a couple of friends with you, and you're eligible for some host rewards. So I will share with you what they are a bit later. But Stacey, what's happened over there? You done?
Yeah. So yeah, I put in my oil. I couldn't hear a word you guys were saying, so I don't know if you were trying to talk to me or not. So yeah, all my oil is in, and you can actually hear the sound change once it starts to emulsify. My husband tried to make me mayo one day, being the lovely husband that he is, and it completely failed because he was trying to whisk it. And it didn't work. But yesterday I made this as a test run with a baby on my hip, and I made mayonnaise with a baby on my hip. That's pretty impressive, I think.
And I can see a bit of difference in colours in your
mayonnaise. I think so we have our new chooks in our family, and they've just started laying in the last couple of weeks, and their yolk is so yellow. So that was also a surprise to me, but I'm sure it's because the eggs are just so fresh.
Mine is store bought, so yeah, you can definitely tell a difference.
Oh, Stacey, you need to come and visit me and get some eggs, I think, because we have. So
I just love this because if we weren't doing this, I would have been standing here for less than 5 minutes, and it's like 3 or 4 ingredients that everyone has in the cupboard all the time. So you will never buy mayonnaise again.
They say, like, people said that to me for years before I even tried to make my own mayonnaise, and it absolutely, oh my God, it's so easy. It's so easy. You go, oh, that really is easy. It keeps for,
I don't know what they say how long you should keep it for, but it would never sit in there for months anyhow in the fridge.
No.
But I just put it in a jar and done.
It's like I'm almost surprised how easy it is to make.
Yeah.
And the other thing about this recipe is that it is a cooked mayonnaise. So it means that those eggs are now pasteurized, and it is safe for anybody that has any issues with raw egg or pregnancy, so on and so forth, or that is
Good point.
immunocompromised. It's cooked and very safe.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, friends also say, I haven't done this because I keep forgetting, but you can add garlic in it, and people go mad for garlic in their mayo, or garlic aioli is similar.
Yeah, you might not have been able to hear us talking about the garlic and caper aioli.
We were all over that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You've been
We've
there.
done that.
All right. I'll get ready to peel some potatoes now.
Yeah,
You
so
want
if you
to
get,
flip to someone
get
else?
that sorted, we might just duck back over to Sandra and Tanya and see how they're going. I wish they'd...
Mine is finished, like the 2 minutes are over. So I just pressed it and all falling apart. So now I have to add my yogurt and still in the fridge.
What are you popping in there, Tanya? Yogurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says 120 grams of natural yogurt. So,
And for those of you who may have joined late, Tanya's got a bit of a scratchy throat, so she's trying not to talk too much.
no, that's all.
But Mel and I got plenty of talking to happen for both of you.
There shall be no silence. It's okay.
No, and now I'm adding 435 grams of plain flour.
Yep.
And then we just all mix it up now. We just pop on the lid again. Okay. And now it gets all mixed up for 3 seconds.
Yep. Yep.
Just to sort of combine the flour and the water and everything. Done. And now we've to make it nice and smooth, we add 30 grams of olive oil. There. Be nice to put some garlic oil in as well to have a different or sunrise oil or something nice. 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt. I'm a bit generous with my salt, sorry.
I love the way you measure, Sandra. They're all after my own heart.
Baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon goes in.
Interesting. Baking powder and yeast.
Yeah, I think it makes it all a bit more fluffy. Like when you cook it in the frying pan later, it really fluffs up. So it makes it really nice and not
And
really
the yogurt also acts as a bit of a rising agent as well. So it's got the triple whammy.
And lid back on, and now we're using the dough mode. It just does it automatically. So it's like for 30 seconds, it just gets really mixed up, the whole dough. So you don't have to stand there anymore and mix it by hand. It just all the machine, so all the hard work is not yours anymore.
Beautiful. Thank you, girls. We're going to duck back over to our potato ladies and see how they're going.
Cool. So we've got the peel attachment here ready. I didn't wash my bowl because we're only going to peel potatoes in it anyway. But we're just going to put it over the highest blade. Ebony's bowl is probably better to show you than mine because it's so dirty. But yeah, it's a wave peeler as well, it's called. So there's the highest little bit of the wave there, and it'll just go over the top of the blade and it just clicks in there.
And it also, I think, Stacey, the word Vorwerk is written on the top of the cover. So that's the bit that should be facing upwards if there's any confusion.
Never noticed that.
And it also says max 4. So like your butterfly whisk, you can only go to speed 4 on it.
Yep. And the mode would do that automatically, I would assume. Stacey. And yeah. All righty.
I also wanted to say that is a host reward. They've just added that in, the potato peeler.
and the modes ebook. So you
Yes.
get that as a host reward. So that is ongoing now. It was going
Oh.
to run out at the end of the month, but it's now ongoing. So you do get to choose that, and we'll.
Oh, that's good.
It is. And so
So-
let's put these potatoes in.
Yeah, so
Did
the
you say-
trick with the potatoes is you want to fit them through the hole in your lid, and that way they'll peel really nicely. So I've just got baby potatoes here and they'll fit straight in there.
I did not know that.
I'm
What if you've got big potatoes.
just cut them in
Well-
half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And see, that one's a little bit big, so I'm just going to cut that one in half.
You can't just push it in.
Oh, you probably could, but I'm already going to put a kilo of potatoes in there, Belinda. so
And that's what I was
great
going to
tip and
ask
rule.
you. How many, what does the recipe say? How many potatoes does it say to do?
It
It's a
says
kilo.
800 grams.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I always put a kilo.
Yep. If you've used the potato peeler, pop in the chat. Do you use a kilo? Do you, I know it does do a kilo quite nicely, this particular recipe.
That's a kilo in there.
Yeah. And the red potatoes. All right. So let's peel.
And did Stacey go through the modes, or was she going through the recipe for that?
I'm doing mine all through the recipe.
Oh
So
yeah.
this one's in guided cooking. Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
this is, if you swipe to the left, there's also the peeler mode, which is,
Yep.
you can use that anytime, any day. So I'm just using that today just to be a bit different, I suppose. And 400 grams of water has gone in, and we're going to peel for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
So we'll catch you later.
We'll come back to peeled potatoes and we'll go and see how this naan's going over here.
Okay,
Alright.
yep,
Good on
it's
you.
all
girl.
done, and that's what it looks like.
Oh, looks the same. Magic.
That's right. So what I now do, it's I have my serving bowls ready. That is one of the house gifts. So it's a bit dirty because I already did a batch, and I'll push this Thermomix back.
Oh, look how easy you push that. What is-
Yes, look at
what's
these.
that?
Yeah, sliding board. It's absolutely fantastic. I honestly, I doubted it at the beginning, but oh my gosh, it's the best.
Awesome. So you're going to pop your dough into your thermo server.
Yes, yeah, I put it in. What I do is I unlock the bottom, and then I just hold the knife and I just let it, that's how I do it, slowly in,
Yep.
and
Easy.
it's all done. And then I just get the knife out of the dough and just nearly perfectly comes off.
Yep.
And I had my oven on just to make it lukewarm. And now I put the lid back, put the lid on and let it rise in the oven for around 1 to 2 hours till it's double in size and comes really fluffy, and then it's ready. So you could start at lunchtime and have fresh naan for dinner.
Awesome. And does the recipe say it needs to rise for that long, or is that something that you have experienced works better for you?
Well, in the recipe, it says leave the dough to proof in a warm place until double in size, approximately 2 hours. When I do this dough in summer here in Weibo, and it's quite warm, it's half an hour, it's done, or in front of the fireplace. It all depends where you have your dough rising, I think, and how good your flour is and your yeast. It all depends, but this one, yeah, they say 2 hours, and it all depends.
Awesome. And you've already got a batch of dough proved, ready to go to make some naan, haven't you?
Yeah, I already did, and it was right to the top, the dough, like you see how little it is now, and it rise, and I cooked it already, and we will enjoy for dinner quite nice warm naan bread. It's all cooked, it's all very rustic, it's all different sizes, but this is how we like it. So we put some garlic oil on top, and we will have curry, and we just break it, and it's really fluffy. Come on, can you see it? Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
All righty. And what's Tanya? You've got yours over there. Do you cook yours in the fry pan too, Tanya, or do you pop yours in the oven?
No, so I put mine on a dry fry pan. So I haven't been as advanced as Sandra. Mine's proved, and that was actually only just over an hour. So really soft, and I'll just roll it out. I don't know if Sandra's already done it, whether you want me to do the butter stage where the butter melts with the granulated garlic.
Yeah,
No,
that'd
you
be
do it. I haven't done mine are just plain because
Sure.
I would do it tomorrow when we have them for dinner. I do it then fresh on top. But yeah, no, you do. Please go.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll do that so we can show how that happens. So yeah, I'll get them rolled out, ready to go.
awesome. And so both in the fry pan, has anybody in the chat tried their naan bread in a sandwich press? Because I've heard that works all right too.
I've tried naan bread everywhere.
Oh,
It definitely does the trick. It is when you want to get a few done at one time, you can plug the sandwich toaster in, you can have a fry pan going, you can have a hot tray in the oven, you can use your pizza oven.
oh yes. Are
Ooh,
you
I'm getting very
what's it like,
advanced.
Sandra, are you hungry? What's it taste like?
Very delicious and nice and warm and really fluffy. And I love fresh bread. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. It's really good.
Preach. Yeah.
Awesome. How are our potato peelers going? Oh, wait. All right. Wait. We've got to click back.
I've
Replace.
got it here.
Yeah.
We're peeled. I'm just going to rinse them and show you the finished product. But this is all of the skin goes in to the bottom. So I'll just pull that out and rinse it out, and I'll show you the finished product.
Yep. Okay.
So that's one of mine there.
Yeah. And did it do the whole kilo okay for you, Stacey?
This
looks like
is
it.
my whole.
Yeah.
A kilo is done exactly like this, but I'll show you the rest.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I'm just
Not
going to go
okay.
rinse mine in the sink.
Okay. Okay. So did we get many people comment that they have used the potato peeler, Mel?
Sarah's had a crack at it because Sarah is having a crack at most things, which I'm deeply loving. But she's never quite done the full kilo at a time. So she's on to that.
Yeah.
She'll be reporting back, no doubt. We'll see her in the mixed birds, I think.
Excellent. And Jenna's waiting for her peeler to arrive, and it won't be too far away. And as Ebony mentioned, the peeler is a host reward at the moment, along with the Modes ebook. So you can get that for about $54 if you host a cooking experience, or free if someone purchases a Thermomix. They look great, Ebony.
Yeah.
Well done.
It's so good. And what I love about that is that's yet again another couple of minutes that I can be doing something else while potatoes are peeling. Homework with kids, unpacking groceries. It's just endless when you go, oh, good, I've got 4 minutes. What am I going to do? Or sit down and have a cup of tea.
And sorry, just to interrupt. If your family are meat and veg, right, and you're having a roast, those potatoes are roughed up absolutely perfectly for potatoes, roast veggies, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They're brushed, I suppose.
Yeah.
So they're rough edge and make a really crunchy, good roast potato.
Yes.
And I've just had a few in the chat here saying, what sort of things does your peeler work for? Ginger, yes, it works for ginger. It works a treat for carrots, sweet potato. It works for hard-boiled eggs, believe it, like 8 to 15 seconds. Amazing. I also use mine a lot, and I say that because it's a lot, for peeling garlic. I'll do several bulbs at a time, keep those cloves in a jar of oil in the fridge. It is amazing. It's also amazing as a blade cover for your slow cooking function.
Slow cooking. Sous vide.
Sous vide.
Sous vide.
Yeah.
That's a bit chefy.
Very chefy.
So the girls are putting their potatoes in, I feel a bit like, what's his name? Richard Attenborough. Just
watching them in the wild.
buying them.
David Attenborough.
Oh yeah, him too.
Not Richard.
Look, these are
Either
so
way,
fresh.
they're both top blokes, you know.
So I've just put or 500 grams of water into the Thermomix. The digital scales weighed those really easily. Weighed it. Adding 4 eggs into this simmering basket. So the simmering basket is what I used when I was heating the vinegar with the mayo. So you use that in the bowl, on the bowl, to rinse your rice or whatever into the sink. It's a very handy thing. So eggs have gone in there because that's a part of the recipe. Actually, it says 4, but I always put 6. So I'm just going to do that.
I used my simmering basket tonight to drain my can of corn for my corn fritters. So it's pretty versatile.
Very versatile. And then it's asking me to place my Veroma dish on top. So the Veroma dish is this contraption. It's got holes in the bottom so that the heat comes from the bowl up through the hole and heats whatever's happening in here. And then there's a tray as well if you need to separate things or whatever. So that's your Veroma. And then I'm going to put a kilo of potatoes peeled and cut into pieces. So I'll do that now if you want to flick to someone else.
Awesome. And I see Stacey's cutting hers.
Yeah, I'm just cutting mine now. Me and Eb must be doing a slightly different recipe. It's the same concept. It's just in different order. So that's where I'm up to now.
Okay, cool. Well, we might duck over to Tanya and see where she's at with her garlic butter.
Okay, so at the moment, it's just telling me to add 60 grams of butter. Sorry, I have 3 bowls and this is my last one. I hadn't emptied yet. So 60 grams of butter.
Have you got 3 bowls because you're a consultant, Tanya? And did
Sorry?
you earn one? Did you earn a bowl as a consultant?
Yes, I did. It was on my, is it Go Getters?
My Rewards.
My Rewards, yes.
So in your 60 days, if you sell 6 machines, you get a free bowl blade lid set. So that's just by becoming a consultant. So if you want an extra bowl blade lid set for your Thermomix, you can get one by joining our Thermomix team and have a lot of fun like this. Make naan bread. All right, sorry, back to it.
Okay. It is great. And this now preps for tomorrow, so it's great. Tomorrow's butter chicken. Now it's asking the garlic, the granulated garlic is optional. You don't have to have that in there, but we love garlic, so we are adding it. So it's 2 teaspoons, and I mean, I don't really, it's garlic.
Who measures garlic?
I don't measure garlic.
No.
Never have too much. And that's it. And now it's just for a minute at 50 degrees and speed 1. And it will just melt that garlic. And then you pretty much just brush it over your naan bread as it's cooked. So it's still warm.
After it's cooked. So Tanya, you're just saying that your kids are going to have these for lunch boxes tomorrow, the naan bread?
No, I'm making butter chicken for dinner, but it is.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it is a handy one. I probably wouldn't butter it though. I'd just have it plain for lunch boxes. I think it's, yeah. But we're having it for dinner tomorrow with butter chicken.
Oh, tomorrow. So it'll be all right tomorrow, making it tonight still.
Yes. You just, we just pop it in the microwave, or you could even just put it in the toaster just to reheat it.
Yep.
On low, and it's perfect the next day.
Outstanding.
And freeze them as well. So doing the batch, freezing them, and then you could just do the butter and the garlic on the day, and that way it will save you having to go through that proving process as well. If you've got them already done and frozen, you can just defrost and, like I said, pop them in the toaster and do the garlic on the day, garlic butter.
And because naan bread's pretty expensive from the Indian shop, and Sandra, I wouldn't think we would have an Indian shop, takeaway shop, restaurant, would we? So
No.
Your families are so lucky that you get to have this restaurant quality food at home for a fraction of the price.
Oh yeah, and the thing is with those naan breads is the kids love doing them because it's so easy to do. They're like making their own shapes, and and what my son does is he has them, cuts them in half and use them for a bacon and egg burger the next for breakfast.
Oh,
He
wow.
likes them. He makes them was bigger. So yeah, we put them in the freezer and get them out whenever and put them in the toaster, like Tanya said. We do the same. And it's so much nicer to make it yourself and eat it off. It's all fresh and you know exactly what's in it instead of just buying for a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm just going to duck over to Sarah Shippard because she's flat out over there cooking her rice. What are you doing? What's going on over there, Sarah?
Me, I'm just cooking some rice.
And it's
Just
not very
break a sweat.
stressful.
No,
What'd you say, Mel?
don't break a sweat there, Sarah.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Gosh, it's so easy. How much longer have we got there for our rice?
You know what? It's actually finished.
Okay,
So I can pop it in a thermo server now and show you if you want.
sure.
The brilliant thing about the rice cooker mode rice is that, so this actually finished about 5 minutes ago, and it's fine to just sit there as long as you need it to sit. And it's just going to keep absorbing that moisture and be lovely. In fact, actually, the longer you leave it, the fluffier it is.
And I'm
So-
just going to comment, you're using that white thermo server with a kind of a different kind of lid. So that's a host reward as well. So you can choose that white thermo server as a host reward and the kitchen toolkit as a bonus until the 6th of September, just by hosting a cooking experience and introducing us to 2 of your friends. Simple as that.
And the really nice thing about the white thermo server, apart from the fact that it looks pretty spiffy, it fits inside your Roma to cook yogurt. So you can do your set yogurt using your fermenting function on your TM6 and have beautiful yogurt. I've actually made really cracking coconut yogurt in this. Fabulous.
And what's the name
We
of
have
your
to talk.
Facebook page, Sarah? Tell us what that is because people can follow you for your gluten-free, dairy-free hints and tips.
My Facebook page is The Intolerant Mixer. Not because I'm intolerant. Sometimes I am if it's most annoying.
My assistant might pop the link in the chat.
Thanks.
Got it
Just
on it.
all of the food intolerances, celiac disease, allergy stuff.
Yeah.
So back to the rice. This is the rice.
And it's basmati rice. I don't think we
Basmati rice. Yeah. And I'm actually sorry. I just get a sorry.
That's all right. You know, isn't it great that these girls can work from home with their family around at their feet? That's the beauty of being a Thermomix consultant. It is a flexible business and we can manage these tasks from home. And let's get real, you know, nobody at home cooks in a perfect environment where you haven't got little people or bits and pieces floating around the kitchen or a dog running through. It's so keeping it real there, Sarah. Good job.
And that's why I love the Thermomix, because you can do this and deal with the crazy at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, the Thermomix just does its thing. So this is the rice. As you can see,
Beautiful.
beautiful and fluffy. And the lovely thing about the rice cooker mode, as opposed to the simmering basket, you can use both. The rice cooker mode, though, you can put in a whole heap more rice than the simmering basket. So if you're cooking for an absolute crowd, put it on rice cooker mode. How much? I think it's up to
500.
400,
Yeah.
500 grams of rice, like uncooked
Dry
rice.
rice.
So
Dry rice, yep.
Dry rice, yeah.
It's a
There's
huge
lot.
amount.
Yeah.
you can also,
Whereas-
it's not just for boiled rice. There are recipes in Cookie Dough that use the rice cooker mode to cook the dishes. So there's a cracking biryani recipe that uses rice cooker mode and actually has a more authentic flavour and outcome than if you're using just the stirring all the time, because it gives the rice a chance to stick to the bottom of the bowl and crisp up a little bit. So really, really good. Highly recommend it.
Thank
There you
you. Thanks, Sarah. Well, thank you. We'll duck back to our potato girls. Sorry, I hope you don't mind me calling you potato girls, but what's happening over there?
I'm still steaming away. I've got 7.5 minutes to go. So the water in the bowl is steaming the potatoes and the eggs that are sitting in there. So this is one of the many reasons I love my Thermomix, because there's lots happening here. It's all in one spot. I can walk away and know that the eggs aren't going to blow up. The bowl's not going to boil over. Everything's just under control. And that was 15 minutes. So.
And just when you say blow up, the eggs blow up, I know sometimes it can be a little bit tricky when you're boiling eggs. You know, if you overcook them, they can crack and cause lots of issues. But because the Thermomix is it's temperature controlled and it's a timing factor, everything is set to the time. There's no variable. Like, it's just going to happen the same way every single time. So I love that.
Me too. And that's all built into the recipe in Cookie Do. So you just go through each step. It's very clear what you need to do, and off you go.
And the beauty of Cookie Do is if there are ever any tweaks to recipes or updates, if you have a current Cookie Do subscription, so if you're a TM5 owner and you have a Cook Key, or a TM6 owner and both of you have a current Cookie Do subscription, any software updates, all of that kind of stuff just automatically happens. So you can wake up one morning with a peeler mode. Remember that day? We just woke up and all of a sudden the peeler was there. We thought, wow, this is fabulous. So lots of changes and tweaks to our machine ongoing thanks to a current Cookie Do subscription. So if you haven't got Cookie Do, I'm popping the link. Oh, I was going to pop the link, but it's not going to work. Cookie Do in the chat. And if you haven't got it, you can get 1 month's free trial just to try it. So if you haven't even got a Thermomix, register for cookiedoo.com.au. And thank you. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Mel. You can start looking at recipes, you can start meal planning, and then when you do get yourself a Thermomix, you will get 6 months free subscription with the purchase of your Thermomix. So yes.
And can I just say on that, Belinda, I think what I'm noticing, friends of mine and people I'm having conversations with about Cookie Do lately are really picking up on is, and the point of difference, I think, between other things is you easily plan out your week or your month or whatever you want with your meals. You put them on whichever day you want. You add the ingredients to your shopping list. It combines your quantities for the week or your fortnight or whatever you're doing, and then you can add it to your Woolies cart and do your click and collect or your delivery or whatever. So it's, if you're into meal planning and budgeting, it's your one-stop shop.
And saving time. Saving time. It's just phenomenal.
And the waste. Sorry,
Yes.
Stacey.
You're right. I was just going to say on that point of saving money. So I planned 7 meals this week and did my shop at Aldi. And it came to, so all up the serves was like 36 serves, and it came to like $3.50 a serve.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And you're not
for a whole week of
you don't come
meals.
home at the end of the day and go, oh God, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? You actually know. So
Yeah, it's all in there.
I'm just going to flick back to Tanya because I think she's frying her naan there. Just a second. Yes, look at that. Dry frying in the pan. We can see
Nice
that.
angle.
Beautiful camera.
Loving it.
So what I've done here is I've just got one side, and I don't know if you can sort of see, the lighting's probably not great, but there's some slight bubbles. If you can see, it's raised, and that's when you know when to flip your naan bread over. So a bit like a pancake, you see it rise at the top, and then you flip it over. And it's really quick. Once you dry fry it, you literally have them on there for maybe like 30 seconds each side. I am heating up on quite a high heat. And like I said, it's not for very long that you need to do it. I was to show you there, see? There's probably like less than 30 seconds.
Beautiful. And you just rolled it out. Yeah.
Yeah, so then I've rolled the other one out, and then I do keep my cooked ones in the thermo server. So this is the oval one. I don't think anyone's used that this tonight. So it is also a host reward. It's our one of our newer ones, 2.6. Please tell me. Tom. Yep. So I really like this oval one for presentation, but also for storing tortilla wraps. It's just got that oval and rather than the round.
And did you know, Tanya, did you know that if you buy a Thermomix, a TM6 this month, you get a black one of those for free and a Flavors of India cookbook for free. And that's worth $210 with every Thermomix purchase. So thank you for using the oval thermo server tonight. And is this naan bread recipe in that Flavors of India cookbook?
It is, yes.
Perfect. Yep.
So I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, we can see. Yep.
The melted butter and garlic. Now, my butter wasn't, it'd been sitting out for over an hour, but it obviously still hadn't melted enough. So I did have to go over that 3 times. It does say on the recipe that prolong it in minute intervals should you need to do it again. And I had to do that 3 times. And then what I will show you, I'll just get one on here, just so I can brush it up. And then all you do is while it's hot, you're just going to brush the garlic and the butter over the top. And that's it. So
Stop it, I'm drooling.
Like that's like that looks
amazing.
like the real deal, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's definitely, even like talking about store-bought ones, the ones in the packet don't come close to homemade. Like I find them like cardboard. So yeah, it's amazing. And like I said, if you're going to do it later, you would just make that on the spot, and that's one step, which took me 3 minutes while I'm dry frying, and it's done. So yeah, there's the naan.
Perfection.
And Sandra, have you done the garlic butter before with your naan?
Yes, I have. I have done that one before, not with this one yet, because I like to do it fresh just before, so it's nice and hot. I would mine look a bit like Tanya's looks beautiful and thin. Mine look a bit thicker, but I suppose it all depends how you like it or how your family like it. To eat, like we just dip it up, but it's nice.
We'll actually add, in regards to the flour, I didn't use plain flour, I used baker's flour. And the reason why I do that is I find it's much more just fluffy rather than the plain flour. So that is another thing, that you just substitute the same amount of flour and use the baker's flour. And it's the double, is it OO flour? But yes, that's what I've used and use it all the time, and it's never failed. So yeah, just a little.
Excellent. I can't wait to see everyone else's pictures of their naan bread. Be sure to share them in the Mixperts. But we probably go back to the
I'm
potato
interested
sauce.
to know if Sarah's ever tried that as a gluten-free version. I know Sarah makes her own flour blend.
That's actually on my to try list. So watch this space. Good question.
Excellent. I'm
Excellent.
in day 3 of being gluten-free, so I'm interested to try that.
Oh,
I did your what are those cookies? The ginger ones, what are they called?
Oh, the honey jumbles.
Honey jumbles? Yeah, I tried that yesterday and they were delicious.
Thank you.
That was on the recipe community. Yeah.
Alrighty. So how is our potato salad going, girls?
Well, I just wanted to show 2 things which are really handy. I think I learnt this at a demo, and it's just helpful to know because the aroma can get quite hot. You probably all know this. But to avoid drips, you just take the lid off and then put the varoma on there like that and then move it away. Do you all know that?
Well,
I
I
just
knew
like-
that. I knew
Yeah,
that.
you know
Emily,
that.
but
You're the
I'm-
expert.
no. But I reckon there's plenty of people here that
It's
that
just
know.
one of those things that you're like, oh my gosh, that is genius, because now I don't have drips all over the kitchen.
And they
The
think
other
of
thing
everything.
I want to say is about the spatula, and it's got a little hook. Can you see? There's a little hook here, which is really handy. And I'll show you why. And then there's also 2 flat sides on the shield. So it sits on your bench really easily without dirtying your bench. It just sits off the bench. And this shield means you can poke it in the hole and stir if you need to give it a hand sometimes or whatever, and it won't get chopped off. So this is also a very versatile tool. But tonight I'm going to use the hook to get the simmering basket out with the eggs in it. And so that's hot. The eggs are in there, they're boiled, and I'll just go and cool them down over here.
And Stacey's doing that too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where to put the hot eggs.
It's like when you're
And there's another a part of this recipe on Cookie Do, there's also a little video there that you can hit play if you're really, really unsure of what the very specific language is meaning. You can also press play and figure that out. But yeah.
steps you
So it's
through.
just asking to stir the potatoes to make sure of even cooking. And then we're going to put that back on again for another 5 minutes. Oh, sorry, that was a great tip, Ebony, until I just knocked my cabinet and threw water everywhere anyway.
Them's the breaks.
I noticed before, Nikki, that's just commented again, I think. Nikki commented on everyone's lovely kitchens. I just want to speak about my kitchen because I actually, in effect, earned my kitchen. So since I signed up to Thermomix in February, I've actually paid to redo my pantry with my income. So I'm pretty excited to show it off to anyone that wants to see it.
And you've got 2 kids. You're at home on maternity leave.
Yeah, I am.
And just by having a little side hustle, you've been able to have a beautiful pantry.
Yeah.
How exciting!
And I've worked full time for many years, and I haven't been able to afford it up until now. So Thermomix has made that possible for me.
And you don't want to go back to work, do you? Because you
No.
playing with us.
No one ever wants to go to work.
And if you are interested in joining our Thermomix team, we do have a half price business kit available at the moment. So if you'd like to know some more information, feel free to stay on at the end of tonight's cooking class and we can chat to you about that. If you don't want to do that, have a chat to your consultant who invited you along tonight and let them know, hey, look, I want to join your Thermomix team because we would love to have you along. It's the more the merrier. And as you can see, the girls are really excited about presenting and coming together tonight. And we do have a lot of fun, and it's great. We still have a few more people that wasn't their turn to help tonight, but they've invited people along. So big welcome to those people as well. But yeah, we're always looking for more Thermomix consultants. And Big Sky, we are the #1 team in the country this month. So we are the team definitely to join, aren't we, girls? Yes.
100%.
All righty. So we've been through the gift with purchase. If you are interested in purchasing a Thermomix, you will get that fabulous oval thermo server and the Flavors of India cookbook. I am just having a little bit of technical difficulty sharing my screen. Oh, but look at that. Ebony, she's so organized. She's got the bonus gift, bonus toast reward, which is our kitchen toolkit worth $110. So we have our normal host rewards. So you're eligible to choose a gift off that catalogue at a discount. And you can also add the kitchen toolkit up until the 6th of September just by hosting a cooking experience and bringing along 2 guests. So the items are free. if you have someone purchase a Thermomix at your cooking experience, or there is a significant discount if you just host a cooking experience and introduce us to your friends. And I was saying to someone the other day, those kitchen toolkits make really good Christmas presents. So Christmas is coming up. So if you want to give someone a good Christmas present, one of those kitchen toolkits would be great. And there's no limit on how many cooking experiences you can host. So
There's not.
no. Awesome.
I have some super hosts.
Super hosts. And if you
Super
want to
hosts.
be
There's a couple along tonight. They love a good cooking experience.
They do. So Mel, would you just mind, I'm just going to ask Stacey to tell us about her Facebook page. Would you mind sharing the link for that as well, please?
I am on it.
And you might look for the other girls' ones while you're
Please
there.
hold.
Yes. So
My Facebook page is Stacey Walker - Thermomix Consultant. And then my Instagram is Stir with Stace with underscores between those.
terrific. Thank you. And Ebony, what's your Facebook page?
Mine is Nandewar Whole Foods. So it's NANDEWAR, named after our Nandewar Ranges at Narrabri.
Excellent. And Tanya?
Sorry, I've got my Thermomix pre-cleaning in the background. So I hope you can hear me. But what was I going to say? My Facebook page is Tanya Milovanovic, Thermomix Consultant. And then I have an Instagram, which is Tanya's Foodie Fun. So that has been going longer than I've been a consultant for, so I've not changed that name. But yeah, that's where you'll find me on both social media platforms.
Thank you. And Sandra, where will we find you on Facebook?
Mine is as well, Sandra Jowlitz, it's JOLITZ, Thermomix Consultant, just on Facebook. That's my address.
And just while we've got Sandra there, she grows a lot of her own vegetables, actually almost all of her own veggies, and makes beautiful jams and relishes and chutneys in her Thermomix as well. So please follow these ladies. They are all busy women who manage to fit in a successful Thermomix consultancy business at the same time and have a bit of fun. And I'm very grateful that they've given up their time this evening to come along and show you girls these terrific dishes tonight. And of course, Mel Atherton.
I was going to say.
Sorry, Mel.
Well, you know me.
So Mel is Tea Mix Mastery. And she is the dough queen amongst us all. So
doughy or just dough?
Dough.
Okay.
I didn't say
just
dough.
checking.
You said that.
All right.
You said that.
Fair enough.
And how's this?
Can I show you my eggs?
You can. That would be great.
So firstly, this one, it's pretty nice. But I did just cut this with my normal knife. But I'll just show you as well. This one here, I cut with the knife out of my Thermomix roll, and it's so much nicer.
Toolkit.
So much better. Yeah, the toolkit. That's it. So yeah, it's really smooth. And I think I've actually one of my wonderful customers, I'm not sure who, but one of them has ended up with an extra knife at their house because I'm missing one. So I hope they're really enjoying it.
That would
Every
be
time.
That would be a reason to call them, Stacey.
I don't remember who it is though.
We call them all.
I did like
Every time
4
I
demos
open-
in 1 week, so it was probably there. No, it's my gift to them.
Oh, sorry.
I
Mel.
open my toolkit and get very sad, but also reminisce because I left one of my knives out of my toolkit in the Hunter Valley from my girls' weekend away because I may have cut 1 million limes with it for various reasons.
What was that for, Mel?
I don't know.
Were you making some kind of curd or?
Yeah, no, I'm sure it was curd or a cocktail.
thought
Or,
it would have
curd,
been.
probably curd. Yeah, definitely. Curd.
Oh, Sally, are you missing a spatula? I wonder. Did you lend me a spatula?
They're available in the mix shop, Sally, actually. Funnily enough, I could put a link in there for you.
You'd be pleased
If
to
only
know
I
that
can-
I've now bought some spare spatula.
I'm still trying to find your page, Ebony. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. I can't. What did you say it was called again?
Yeah, so N for Nelly, A N for Nelly again, DEWAR. And then
Nandawar Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Got you. Sorry.
Speaking of mix shops, when you buy a Thermomix from one of our lovely consultants and host a cooking experience after you buy it, did you know that you're eligible for a 20% discount voucher off accessories in the mix shop just by hosting a cooking experience after you purchase a machine? So on top of the purchase bonus that's available at the moment, you can access that 20% off discount voucher. And let me give you a bit of a tip. If you want to use that 20% off to buy an extra bowl blade lid set, you're going to save $75 off the price. So really
good to know. I've got some new friends on here who bought on the weekend, so that's handy for them.
Okay, friends, find some more friends and host a cooking experience, and you'll get 20% off plus host rewards as well. Gosh, it's a lot.
All happening. I'm just throwing in here 150 grams of bacon and shallots with a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, and that is going to stir and saute for 5 minutes.
I actually used my scissors as well from the cooking, what do you call it?
Toolkit.
The roll toolkit to cut up my shallots as well. So I just find that a lot easier than doing it on a chopping board.
Oh, very good. And thanks, Mel, for sharing my Facebook page. I am the Mixed Up Promo Lady, and you can pop over there and check out tonight's dinner in our house, which was the what was it, sweet corn fritters with chili jam and avocado cream, and it was pretty chefy, if I don't say so myself. I made the chili jam and the avocado cream and the fritters, and they were delicious, and there's enough for breakfast in the morning as well. So just the two of us here at the moment, and it was pop over there and check them out and let me know what you think, or even better still, make them.
Add a poached egg to that for Brekkie B, I reckon.
I could, but I'll be busy in the
or
morning.
I could just not. Yeah,
we're going to Sydney to see Kiss. So it'll be a little hectic in the morning.
Very cool. I'll allow it.
So the girls are frying off their onion and bacon for their potato salad. And we will almost be done. How are we going in the chat? What's your favorite dish to make in the Thermomix, or what would be the one dish that you would like to make in the Thermomix that you haven't made? Don't be shy, pop it in the chat because we would love to know.
Sarah's going to have a crack at that mayonnaise.
Yeah.
And peeling 1 kilo of spuds.
Yeah, 1 kilo.
Yeah.
1 kilo.
Don't be shy now, or I'll start calling you out by name.
Here's my eggs and potatoes. So the potatoes nice and it's still a bit firm, but that's what you want for a potato salad.
Yep.
Perfectly cooked, yeah.
And Cherie, apricot risotto.
Yeah, apricot chicken risotto. It is one I hear all the time. It is a cracking recipe.
And Joanne's not real sure because I believe from what I read before, you're a new owner, Joanne. Have a look around Cookie Doo. And Anne, she's sent me a message, but the gozleme, I call it, but it's the gozlami, isn't it?
Gozleme.
Gozleme and any kind of risotto. Good on you, Anne. Sarah, she's going to try 1 kilo of potatoes, mayo, naan, apricot chicken risotto is amazing. Brittany Skinny Mix's butter chicken accompanied by the cookie dough naan. Oh, see, you're all over it tonight, Brittany. And Sarah, you have a massive list. And I have to commend you, Sarah, because every time I have a little look on Facebook, you are making something different in your Thermomix. And I don't think you've ever made the same thing twice. It's incredible. So you're a fabulous Thermomix user. We love it. We love seeing all your dishes.
Oh, we've inspired Joanne. She's having a crack at the gozleme, and there's a Korean fried chicken tonight from Jenna. Yum.
Yum.
That sounds really good. I could be in that.
And Jenna, you're a relatively new Thermomix owner from my memory. So that's a good dish to make in your early stages. Well done. You must have a great consultant. You got it on Sunday. Oh, gosh.
Wowzers.
Yeah. And Tanya's still rolling dough in the background there.
Naan for
So
days.
this is my second batch, so just getting it done.
Good
Queen
job.
of prep.
Good job. All righty. What?
Maureen, you have never cooked the same thing twice, I don't think, ever. What's your favourite? Maureen suggests dishes to me. I find that fun.
Yeah. Brittany, that sounds very fancy. Butterscotch panna cotta with pear sorbet.
Oh. Yes, you do need to convince
Yeah.
Alex Madden, putting it out to the universe, convincing him. I'll work on him.
So while we're in the convincing stage, I'm assuming Mel Brittany is one of your
She
customers.
is. She sure is.
Mel may or may not have shared with you, Brittany, that at the moment, if you're one of the top 6 consultants in the country, you get a helicopter trip around Uluru. So if you were to purchase this month, Brittany, you would definitely help Mel cement her seat in that helicopter. So help a girl out.
Yeah.
Get her on that chopper.
Preach.
No pressure.
What's the worst that can happen? The answer can be no. So
You won't say no to me. She is working to get me on that chopper. She's got my back.
So
Love it.
next month we will be having a cook along, and Lyndall Brown from the Southern Cross Seekers team, they will be running that. Unfortunately, we haven't got a date or an idea of what it is they're going to do. So please stay tuned for that. You can keep in touch with your Thermomix consultant. You can keep an eye on our Mixperts Facebook page. Mel, you might pop the link to the Mixperts in there for me, please.
On it.
So I do apologize. Lyndall's birthday today. So happy birthday to Lyndall in her absence. But so she's a little bit preoccupied. But we will get that date to you on the Mixperts, or your consultant will be able to help you with that as well. So it'll be a cook along. So you guys can cook with Lyndall and her team if you want.
I've got my bacon browned here with my spring onions. Smells delicious. And I'm just going to combine that now with my potato and egg. How's Ebony going?
Eb's doing, she's up to the same. Looks,
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
It's a
how
race.
good
It's a
road
race to the
practice.
end.
Look
We
at these
are.
synchronized swimmers. Look at us
We-
go. Ebony.
And it smells so good. My gosh, I love bacon sauteing in this.
Oh yeah, bacon is a winner.
There's a little bit of browning on the bottom of my bowl.
Yep.
And that's just the extra flavor there that's added. And then that will come off with the pre-clean browning mode.
And I can see that you girls are using different thermoservers. Eb's got the round one and you've got the oval one.
Yeah,
So
I thought I'd mix it up a bit.
yeah.
And I'm just going to pop my thermoserver on top to weigh in the correct amount of mayo and parmesan.
I see. Okay.
The mayo makes a bit more.
I'm interested because our recipes are different. So I'm doing parmesan now, and this is not what I remember doing actually. So I must have some sort of filter on or something that I'm not aware of.
You could have the peeler. No, you use the peeler. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to look at. I can put that in the chat later. I'll see why this is happening. Anyway,
Because when I originally searched for it, it didn't come up because I didn't have my filters right. So I had to put in that I had the
peeler.
and then
I
it
bet
came
that's
up.
what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
And there's
Anyway,
a
I'm
question-
putting in my parmesan. Sorry, Belinda, go on.
You're right. No, Nikki's asked Ebony, what is the black thermo like? Well, I can talk while Ebony grates her Parmesan cheese. The black
I'll mute
thermomix
myself.
is exactly the same as the white Thermomix, only it's black. The black was a limited edition available early in the year and is unavailable now. So just like Henry Ford, what color car would you like? You can have any color Thermomix as long as it's white at the moment. So does look fabulous, but no longer available, limited edition. Amazing, Ebony.
There it is. What am I doing now? I've got to do my mayo. Oh, yeah. Carry on
So
with
I've got all mine in there together, and it looks much better in the oval one than what I did yesterday. But that might be because I used extra potatoes as well, so it's really filled it out. And then I've just got the green shallots to go on top, and some reserve parmesan, and it's done.
Done.
And I'm just thinking, if you have to convince your husband to get a Thermomix, this is the meal to do it with. Husbands love potatoes, bacon,
Cheese.
mayonnaise. Yeah, like big, bulky food, easy. My husband's away this week, so this will be waiting for him to get home tomorrow afternoon.
Excellent. It looks great.
It looks delicious, and I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm keen.
So I'm just putting in the mayonnaise that I made. 15 grams of whole grain mustard, and you can modify that, like it's completely up to you whether you put that in or not, but it is very tasty. And then 10 grams of balsamic vinegar, which is not much, just a little splash. And then with my lid, that's just going to stir for 3 seconds or blend. And then we add that to the bowl of potatoes and everything else. That's stirred. Mix in your parmesan and you're done.
Just like that.
The balsamic and mustard, that when it gets added with the mayonnaise, that is next level delicious.
And you can tweak it, keep tweaking. The more you make it, the more you might like to change
Yeah,
it up a little bit.
I
too.
think sometimes people might think, oh, you have to do exactly what it's saying, exactly this measurement, exactly these ingredients and everything. Some recipes you do, but I rarely stick to it exactly. You modify to suit your family or yourself or whatever.
In terms of flavor and taste, we're talking about
Yeah.
making the modifications. More salt. I always need more salt. I know Sam has a lot of salt in her naan. So, but that looks great, girls. Well, thank you very much for what's Sally saying? Her husband likes sticky date pudding. So does mine. So does mine.
So does mine. This and sticky date would be his dream night.
All right.
I reckon they just like getting fed. They're the most spoiled bunch of blokes in the world, consultant husbands.
Yeah.
And children.
I tell you something funny. Every time we, like a little while ago, we'd have a cooking class and I'd get to make the rosemary sea salt, the rosemary salt, or the hot cross bun spice mix. And my husband's not very thrilled with my participation he wanted real food. So There we go. All right, girls. Well, let me just take that off. No, I'm going to add, wait. Add. Where is Sandra? Oh, yeah, no, where is, I'm looking for Sarah. There we are. And Mel. There's Mel.
I must be somewhere.
There we are.
There I am.
All right. Well, thank you very much, ladies, for presenting tonight. And I was thinking that we might have been done in an hour, but, you know, we should have known that with Mel and I talking so much. I hope you guys have found this beneficial and have enjoyed it. I'd love to know what you're going to make first. You can share your pictures over on the Mixperts page or on our consultant pages. We would love to see you there. Thank you very much to those of you who have invited their friends along tonight to experience the Thermomix for the very first time. I can't wait to hear what you've thought about it. I'm excited for those people that have just purchased their Thermomix and are just getting started. And for the people that are like family, and Maureen, it's been lovely to see you ladies along here again tonight. Thank you very much for coming along, and thanks to Mel for supporting me as always. And I love my Thermomix team, and that's it from us. If you want to know more about joining our team, please stay on. We'd love to have a chat to you. I'm going to stop the recording now. Stop recording.